Wonderful soul. Thank you very much for clicking. Above all, thank you to God Almighty for life. My friend, we here are on a mission. A mission to spread love, peace, honesty, and forgiveness to all living beings on this earth. I am Wadri11H. My bunny friend here is Kasungu. Straight out of Africa with lots of good vibes. Let's dive in. There is interesting videos today. I will not say much. Let's dive in. What, my friend? Good vibes. Let's start. Oh, look at this fish. Good as adling. Have you ever seen such type of fish? Looks like it was in a fist fight or something. Oh my god. Funny video of some good vibes human here who was feeding the fish there, you see? And the fish looks excited. Because this good vibes guy has decided to spread love. This is nice, my friends. This is what we are all about here. You see? The fish was happy and nodded in some way of saying thanks. It's good vibes, you see? Look at this baby bird free on someone's hand. Until their mama bird came for them. They waited there patiently.
Hello, Bashar. How are you today?
And good day to you. We are perfect, and you?
Almost perfect.
Almost perfect? Nonsense. You are perfect as you are. You may change, you will grow, you will always become something different, but whatever you are right now is an absolutely perfect representation of what you are right now.
Very well said.
Thank you.
I was hoping you could expand on a few concepts that you talked about in the past.
You don't have to hope.
You will.
Just start the discussion.
Could you expand on your concept of our higher mind guiding us? Does it always guide us in the most positive, beneficial way?
Absolutely. That's its job. That's its definition. That's its description. It sees farther than you. It sees broader than you. It knows where all the pitfalls are. If you pay attention to it, the going will be smoother. You'll still have challenges. It knows you need challenges, but they will always be challenges if you face them with that attitude of being hand in hand in a relationship, working together with the higher mind. You will always face the challenges in a positive way that will always allow you to gain a positive experience from them.
Okay, so how does that relate to us following our most highest excitement?
It relates exactly to it. That's why we always suggest it. Because when you act on your highest excitement, you're in the energy state that allows for the greatest and most efficient communication with your higher mind.
Okay, so you say that there's no accidents and no mistakes.
No.
So, all right, for just in my life, for example, it seems that
Yes.
every time I find my highest excitement,
Yes.
or something that I want to do, that I have a passion for,
Yes.
it seems that there's some type of accident or there's something that prevents me from following that highest
So
excitement.
what are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of it.
Yes, you are.
Well, I would wish to continue to follow that highest excitement.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Really? Give us an example that's specific.
For example, when I was younger, basketball was my highest excitement.
All
it
right.
was a passion for me to play, and then I had injuries that prevented me from
All
continuing playing.
right. Why is that a negative?
Because I couldn't continue to do what...
Why is that being defined by you as a negative?
I don't know.
Thank you for being honest. You see, this is the point. Once again, nothing in life has built-in meaning. The greatest gift all of you have ever been given is life is meaningless. You are designed to give life meaning. The meaning you give to every situation, positive or negative, determines how you experience the effect of that situation in your life. Negative meaning in, negative effect out. Positive meaning in, positive effect out. Every single situation has the ability to serve double duty. You decide what effect it will have by the definitions you assign to it. So, if you're following your excitement, you're acting on your excitement to the best of your ability, and you have, as you say, an injury that prevents you from going down that path and turns you in another direction, Give it a positive meaning so you can extract a positive result from it. Because it's not an accident, it's an orchestration. In some way, shape, or form, there's information there as to why that happened. That will serve you if you assign a positive meaning to it. But if you assign a negative meaning to it, then you will only be at a vibratory level that will be impossible for you to understand the positive reason that that happened. Because you cannot perceive what you're not the vibration of. So only by saying, all right, I don't know why, but I know that this must have happened for a positive reason. I don't know what it is yet, but I know it must have happened for a positive reason. When you stay in that state, you will eventually find out how it actually served you. Now, you may not always know intellectually, but you have to know empirically on all levels it must have happened to be of service in some way, shape, or form. But if you don't know that, if you don't allow yourself to just know that for a fact, you will never experience the positive result of that. We have told a story before. We will tell this story briefly to you now so that you can understand by physical example what we're talking about. Okay. All right?
Yes.
Have you heard the story we told before about someone having their radio stolen out of their car?
No.
This individual is in love with music. Passion, passion, passion. Music, music, music all day long. The best sound, the best system. Bought a car. Wanted to buy the best sound system for the car to hear the purest form of the music. Could not, as you say in your language, afford the best system, so did the next most exciting thing. Bought the system he could afford. Went on his way. A week later, a robber broke into the car, stole the system, damaged the console around it. Now, this individual knew enough to know they did not have to label this as an interruption, as an obstacle, as a negative. They stayed in a positive state. And because they stayed in a positive state, they were receptive to inspiration to go to certain places to do what needed to be done to take care of this. So they went to the repair shop, they went to what you call your insurance, reported the theft. They were given an amount of money to cover the radio that was stolen and to repair the damage to the car. But when he went back to the repair shop, the repairman said, the damage is not as bad as it seems. I can actually easily repair it, and therefore it is free. Thus then, suddenly, the man looked and realized he had the money from the insurance for the radio, the money from the insurance for the repair, which, strangely enough, equaled exactly the amount of the original system he wanted to get. And now he could get it. So the theft actually served him in his dream. And only because he stayed in the positive state of energy did he take himself to exactly the correct repair shop that would repair it for free and get exactly the amount of money from insurance that would allow him to buy the original system he originally wanted. Whereas if he had gone into a negative state, he might have gone many other places and would not have experienced this particular outcome. Remaining in the positive state is what allows you to experience the positive result, regardless of how it appears. Don't fall into the training of automatically assigning a negative meaning to something just because you've been taught that that's what it must mean. Give it a positive meaning because you know that there is nothing that happens in your life but those things that serve you. And then you will get the effect of that knowledge in your life. Do you understand this story?
Yes.
Does this help you?
Yes, it does.
You never know what path being injured turns you down. Many people, again, for example, because we know this happens in your world, get very frustrated when they're driving their cars in traffic. I can't go faster. Oh no, something's going to happen. I'm going to miss something. How do you know that by being forced to go more slowly, you didn't avoid a lethal accident down the road? How do you know? How do you know that by going more slowly, someone in the next car didn't then get a chance to look over, see you, and get a thought that served them that day by seeing what you were doing? How do you know? You don't. but you can trust that it served all of you in some way, shape, or form. Yes?
Yes.
It is even a service, it is even a positive service to be shown something that is not what you prefer. Because many times on your planet, many people have an easier time understanding what it is they do prefer by first being shown, by comparison, something they don't prefer. So even that helps to clarify what it is you do prefer. Thus, then you can thank what you don't prefer by making it clearer. You see, the only way to really see a tiny candle flame at a distance burn brightly is if it's actually surrounded by darkness. Yes?
Yes.
All right. So thank the darkness so that you can see the flame, so that you can see the light. Because if everything was the same brightness, you would be able to distinguish nothing within it. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Check this video out with me. This guy's going to explain that fossils are not millions of years old. Let's watch it.
If you grew up like I did, taught in a state-run school system, you probably have a ready answer. Millions of years. I grew up learning the typical evolutionary story party line regarding rocks and fossils. That slow fossilization ideas were true, and that fossils were millions of years old. I read books with detailed and colorful diagrams showing that fossils formed mostly when animals and or plants died in watery environments. I typically use the canned example I'd seen and heard so often, a fish. According to the typical series of pictures I'd seen depicted in a wide assortment of books, a fish would die, sink to the bottom of a lake, and get slowly covered in layers of silt and mud. As millions of years would pass, the sediment got compressed as new layers gathered. The mud would turn into rock, the fish would become permineralized, and voila, it became a fossil. If I'd just taken a few seconds to think about it, I would have easily realized that what my own eyes observed is that dead fish tend to float and bloat, and the ones that were at the bottom were chewed up by crabs and little nippers quite quickly, and even the bones didn't last all that long. I realize now that I'd been taught what to think, not how to think. Most people, even Christians, still believe that it takes millions of years for rocks to form and a living organism to become a fossil. I realize now that a major reason I never doubted these ideas is that I'd never been shown an alternative for how fossils could have formed. I never heard one person in my earlier years ever mention that a giant catastrophe, especially the Great Deluge recorded in the Bible, could have buried creatures rapidly and completely and formed fossils very quickly. I realize that evolutionary researchers can't explain many things according to that long age paradigm, which is likely why they've more recently begun to embrace and incorporate catastrophic explanations into their evolutionary system. Like why they've found fossilized animals in the middle of very specific short-term activities and actions, like eating or giving birth. For example, at the Creation Museum in the United States, we have a fossil fish displayed that was swallowing another fish while they were buried. Another is the fossil of a horseshoe crab with its tracks visible in the sediment it was traveling along. This indicates that not only was it buried at lightning speed, according to the common geological perspective, but that the right chemical conditions in the sediment for rapid fossilization to protect the specimen and its tracks must have been present, eliminating the need for any kind of deep time process to account for the fossilization process. And even more rapidly decaying soft-bodied animals like jellyfish have been found in Australia, Canada, Germany, the United States, and other countries. And this presents an incredible conundrum for evolutionary scientists, because jellyfish decay so rapidly they typically leave no trace whatsoever after a very short time. Now, fossils are typically embedded in rock, which means if the fossilization of an organism occurred rapidly, then the rock they are trapped in must have formed quickly as well. Most of us have been told that it takes millions of years for large portions of strata we see around the world to have formed. How would that explanation fit with the clock in the rock found in Washington, USA in 1975? So we know that rocks can form rapidly under the right conditions. When you realize this was a real event, you can understand that the flood would have swept away plants and animals, creating huge amounts of biomass and burying them in waterborne sediments. This would mean many were buried en masse, which would have created huge fossil graveyards, of which we find many around the world. The Messel Pit in Germany. Fossils of birds, amphibians, reptiles, insects, fish, and mammals are found in the same place. Not only that, are so well preserved, they show color, fur, and food in their stomachs. Fossils have been made in a laboratory in 24 hours, mimicking naturally occurring fossils to a T. This news was published in a secular article from the University of Bristol called Creating Synthetic Fossils in the Lab Sheds Light on Fossilization Processes, which mentions that the experimental samples, or what they refer to as synthetic fossils, are compared to real fossils, supposedly thousands or millions of years old, and they were basically identical, not just visually, but also microscopically, as revealed using a scanning electron microscope. Scientists even found that just as in the naturally occurring fossils, the 24-hour fossils contain preserved microscopic pigment-bearing structures called melanosomes that reside within the organic films in feathers and lizards treated, while unstable protein and fatty tissues degrade and are lost. This experiment, accomplished using a hydraulic press, shows that under the right conditions, fossils can form very rapidly.
Oh, my friends, that is still interesting. Leave your comments. Look at this guy here. We found some fish that was floating. No, it's not a fish. It's a bird. What's happening? The bird had gone swimming or had fallen in the water. Oh my god. Some good vibes policeman. Rescued the bird there. Oh, the bird looks like it is freezing, my friends. You see? He gave it some warmth and good vibes treatment until it became well and left it to go.
This flight took one of the best UFO videos today. Take a look at this. Video filmed from a plane flying over Colombia.
En la TAM nos encanta ser parte de sus celebraciones. Por eso queremos felicitar a una princesa muy especial llamada Ana Sofía, quien se encuentra hoy cumpliendo años. Te deseamos muchas bendiciones y que seas muy
Have you seen anything like this? Let me know in the comments below.
Esa luna tan hermosa.
Sí, eso no es un extraterrestre. Es una máquina del gobierno captando una señal.
Son sondas, sondeando señales e identificando patrones en el comportamiento de la Tierra, quién sabe. Unas ondas bien inteligentes como los superdrones.
Yo creo que esos aspiros controlan el clima.
Ay, serán esas. A mirar la lunita, huevón.
Bat uses ultrasonic waves to shake camera. How is that possible? It's crazy. Oh. What's up with this good vibes dog? Has some funny way of drinking water. He puts his whole face there or he's taking a shower. What? Or is it some type of way of dogs for meditating? My friends, have you ever seen your dog do this? This is very weird. Oh, what is going on here? Oh, my friend, what do you think the dog is doing? Huh? Is that normal for all dogs? I've never seen our dog do that. Then in the wilderness, there's this animal here. Some bunny, a friend was cheating with another friend. I don't know the friend there. But they are good vibes animal. You see? This is incredible. You see, these are different species just chilling together in oneness, spreading love. It's incredible. That's what we are talking about here, my friend. Love amongst all people. Different colors, different beliefs. We all unite and be one. You see? Oh. Kasungumo's friend here from the forest is having some good time with another friend of his. You see? And it's not just one. It's a family. A whole family there of bunnies. Oh, this is incredible. My friends, you know, for Kasungumo to chill with another creature or another person like this, it takes a lot of good vibes. This is just incredible.
Vibrationally speaking, you are going from third density, a certain resonant vibrational state of being, within the fourth dimension, 3 of space, 1 of time, and you're shifting from third density to a higher frequency of physical reality called fourth density, but still a physical expression. But when you go into fifth density, you'll actually be going into a fifth dimension. You're actually now crossing the border from one country to another, of going from physical to non-physical reality. So when people talk about the idea of becoming fifth dimensional and yet still remaining physical, they're a little bit confused about the idea of what that means. You can certainly tap into fifth density energy, and you can apply it in whatever way fourth density will allow you to translate that. But you don't become a fifth density physical being. And when you're fifth density, you're a spirit. So the idea is to understand the difference between levels of resonance and states of being within a dimension, and also the difference between one dimension and another, which can actually change your form completely, your expression completely. Whereas from third to fourth density, you can still recognize yourself as having a physical expression in a classic physical sense, even though you may be operating from a higher vibration and have more expanded senses, you would still consider yourself to be a physical being. Our civilization has evolved to the point now where we are transitioning from physical to non-physical reality. And that's why we are quasi-physical and sort of straddle the energy states of fourth and fifth density, meaning the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension, which is why we can exhibit traits of physical beings and traits of spirits simultaneously. But we still have a physical component. We are not fully fifth dimensional, fifth density.
Ah, look at this. The Simpsons already knew. Oh, Dead Sea. My God. Look at this, my friends. You see from previous episodes or past episodes, you have seen that some of these animations look like what we call predictive programming, or what do you call that stuff? Is it right, my friend? Am I using the right word? Predictive. That's something like that, where they show stuff and stuff almost resembles what is going on in real life. You see, my friends. Now, how can you explain that? How is it possible? Anyway, all this is for entertainment purposes. And as you can see here, my friends, there is this stuff. Is it like the breaking of ice or look at these cracks, huge cracks across the Iceland. Hey, wow, what is this place? I don't know this place myself. Let me take this off a little bit. What is going on here? This is crazy. Looks like the places where there was water has dried up. Oh my God, this is very weird. Huh. Leave your thoughts and comments, please. And there's some good vibes way here of making what? I don't know, you scrub the... Wait a minute. Oh, my friends, how is this possible? When you remove the covering coat of that
Are you
thing...
alright? I was worried about you yesterday. Queenie, you good? Baby's warm? Hey, Quee. Hey, Quee and baby. Oh, beautiful, Quita. Hey, Quee. Hey. Hey, baby. Oh, hey, baby. Quita and baby.
Oh, that is just adorable. Almost are full of love and good vibes.
Everybody's been writing to me about the blob, the anomaly seen off the coast of South Africa this past week. So I'm going to tell you how you can look up the blob. This date is the 14th of April 2024. Not much going on off the coast of South Africa. What you're going to do is click on the 10th of April. What? Make sure you have waves enabled, significant wave height, or else it won't show up. The fun begins when you start going along the time frame and you can see the movement of this thing. And now we go over to our calendar and click on the 11th. Okay, so, whoa, it's gone. So we know it's gone by 11 o'clock. The strange glitch. And we go back in time until we find when it appeared. Boom, there it is. So sometime between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. is when it it disappeared. Now here's what's interesting. If you go over to date and you go back to February and go to the 22nd, what? We have it again. We have the glitch again. Let's go to February 23rd. Whoa, look at this. So now we can play again and go along here. Now it's splitting up. What a strange little glitch we have. So you can refine this and you can play and see exactly when this glitch disappeared. Ventusky has come out and said it was a glitch. Here's the thing. If it was 80-foot waves, which the data is saying it was, I do not personally believe that could happen because this is a busy shipping area. You would have had mayday calls. There would have been a lot of chaos going on. Also, there's no footage of 80-foot waves. Somebody surely would have taken a picture or video of 80-foot waves. So I don't believe there were 80-foot waves myself. This is just my personal opinion. That is not to say that it couldn't be something else that was energy related or frequency related. This is purely my speculative opinion. Although nothing happened of note, several people have written to me on the channel to say that they have experienced severe weather that they feel was abnormal during and after this time frame. So there you go. Have fun at ventusky.com and see what you think. Take care.
How can you explain that weather anomaly, my friends?
We just had a storm here in McKinney, Texas. And this is a literal first for us. I am 50 years old and never in my life have I seen a sky like that. What the hell is going on?
That is very strange. Hey, look at this. Wait, how is this good vibes? What's this good vibes human up to? Oh. English people, do you understand what is going on here? Hey, this one is just showcasing their gymnastic abilities. Or the ability of their sink. Oh my god. You mean this whole sink is for one person, one place? Oh, this is incredible. It's unbelievable. It looks like a hotel. Or maybe these good vibes guys had visited a hotel. Anyway, in other places, Beverly is about to pop. Whoa, what? This one looks like they are heavily expectant of blessings. Oh my god, that one is interesting. Soon they'll be relieved and they'll see their blessings now in real life. See, it's incredible.
Okay, where is this car that's reflecting on this Boston Pizza window? It's a Corvette C8. I seriously don't see that car anywhere. Where's that car? What? Where is that car? Hello, where's that car? Where is this car?
He needs it to move to know what it is.
Maybe he's cold.
Humans are just full of good vibes, together with animals. Hey, look at this elephant here. My god, what's up? They were crossing the road and one decided to stare at the good vibes and things there. Wait. What's up?
One is a soldier.
Oh, this one is their protector now. Yes, they also have soldiers, you see? That one is their soldier. You see, their escort. Good vibes. These animals are full of wonders.